Barcelona's Highline. I want to catch Barcelona's Highline. Now you don't catch infection. I want to taste Barcelona's Highline. I want to chop Barcelona's Highline. Now you don't chop infection. I've told you guys before, Barcelona is the worst team to beat. If Barcelona carry food, give you chop, run away, run for your life, run. Barcelona has completely spoiled Chelsea's life. What can a man gain? What does Chelsea gain if they beat Barcelona and lose their club and lose their soul? What does the Chelsea have to offer in exchange for their life? You beat Barca 3-0. Since then, 1-1 to Arsenal, 3-1 to Leeds United, arguably the worst team in the Premier League. Draw to Bournemouth, and now 2-1 to Atalanta. Barcelona, which kind of poison did you put in your food? This Highline, which kind of poison did you put inside? Real Madrid too can attest to the evilness of beating this Barcelona. Please, like the video, subscribe, and share. That is the only way you can support this channel and myself for absolutely free. So please do that now. Continue enjoying the video. PSG too remains, but even though we say PSG quickly go wash their head, they escaped. That Araujo that they are telling you is on a spiritual journey or something. Now they do. As I make and say, all the Chelsea fans, all the Barcelona fans mounted on his head. He has gone to meet his Baba. He has spoiled Chelsea's life. Go and find Araujo. He's the man holding your destiny. He will confess. This is not normal again. How do you go from beating Barcelona 3-0 to your next 4 games? 2 losses, 2 draws. This Highline for affect them, if for dodge jam. Barcelona don't put something inside that their Highline. Barcelona, you're an evil club. You're a wicked club. So this is why you were happy after they lost the game. Look at Barcelona now. Winning Champions League. First in La Liga. Your life just spoiled again. I don't even know what to say again. Because for this game, I predicted that Chelsea will win. I predicted Chelsea will win 2-1 because I expected Chelsea to bounce back, Moises Caicedo being fresh and stuff like that. Only for me because the Liverpool game was on, the Barca game was on, Chelsea game was on one side. I'm seeing Caicedo playing midfield. Reece James is playing midfield. Gusto is... See, Maresca is the man for the job. I still believe that Maresca is an absolutely amazing and talented manager. One game is not going to change that. I came to that conclusion over a period of time. And I still think many things will show because I still buttress on the fact that before I blame Maresca, the quality of many of these players is questionable. Chelsea fans was on display once more. Uncle Tosin came out doing his village people thing again. He came on and Chelsea conceded. Is that a coincidence? And even though you say he's not 100% at fault, the only thing now is that once Tosin is on the pitch and a goal happens, there's a 9 out of 10 chance that Chelsea fans will blame him. And he's somehow involved. He's not supposed to be at the club. He's not Chelsea. See, right now, you might want to be Maresca out because I saw many Maresca out and stuff like that, and I'm like, that's absolutely crazy. But you must also admit to the fact that many of these players are not Chelsea quality. Many of them are not Chelsea quality. Enzo Fernandez, for the money he was signed for and the fact that he has been there for what now? 1 or 2 years, he's the captain now. Has he justified that? One of the big money signing or even one of the signing in general that I can say, okay, I've truly justified how much I was bought for is Moises Caicedo. He has 100%, not 100% obviously, still paying, but he has justified that to a large extent why he was signed for this amount. Even Robert Sanchez has improved. What is the way forward for Chelsea now? Because you can't sign players mid-season. My own is that some players, in my opinion, should be exiled from this squad. I don't even think some players should start at all or be on the bench at all. Somebody like Tosin. Maresca too. I understand. For the big games, I understand why he put Reece James in midfield. And in a way, you can see why Maresca always does it because he succeeded against a club like PSG where they were able to collect that midfield and, in a way, even dominate it. So it's going to make him that confirmation bias in his head of when he tried something and worked to that extent. It's going to make him want to always do it in all big games. But there are some games where Reece James has to just be a right back. You understand? Because he's one of the best in the world. I know that in the midfield, he's very good too. Shockingly, he's very good too. But at that right back, he's one of the best in the world. Today's goal came from a set piece. Reece James crossed the ball to João Pedro, who was there, I think, at the near post to finish it. And although he scored today, João Pedro has really been disappointing in his past performances. Even today, he was not 100%. You still want to see more from him. Pedro Neto didn't have one of those his good games. Gittins, same thing. Caicedo was decent, but the shield was not that bad. He didn't really put a foot wrong. But I will still go on the fact that I believe that Chelsea is not going to sack Maresca anytime soon. Unfortunately, the Club World Cup that he bought, Abi won, bought him a lot of time. But I'm forgetting he won the Conference League too. And let's not forget, Chelsea is still without their best player, Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer is still not here. So that's a massive one. But then, I understand the anger of many Chelsea fans. It totally makes sense to me. Absolutely makes sense to me. One other anger I would have had if I was a Chelsea fan too is why didn't Estevao come on the pitch today? Why wasn't Estevao on the pitch? Maresca. These are the questions you have got to ask. Because this kind of game was crying out for Estevao. And just because Estevao in the last 2-3 games started, came off the bench, and not really made an impact. But at the end of the day, he's 18. And we know how it has been for him, really. So it makes sense to me that, okay, he's not starting every game, or he's not coming off the bench every game. But in a game like this, when you need a goal, I think this is one of your best options. Unfortunately for you, Wesley Fofana came on and he got injured again. So these are the things I'm saying. This is basically Chelsea's best centre back right now, and he has injury issues. He's still injury prone. So these are the headaches that are dished upon a manager like Enzo Maresca. I think Chelsea's squad right now is one of the toughest squads to handle because there's so much pressure on you. Handling a young squad, one of the youngest, I think the youngest to qualify for the Champions League from the Premier League, a 2 billion or how many pound squad, and you are kind of between a hard place and a rock in the sense that you are not necessarily expected to win the league or the Champions League, but there are still high expectations from you. So it's a massive conundrum. Chelsea is not an easy club to manage at all. It's not an easy club to manage at all. The pressure is crazy. And I genuinely feel that Enzo Maresca, over a long period of time, will still be the main man for Chelsea, will still be the one that solves, because I've seen him how he tailors his games to teams. For instance, the Arsenal game, even when he played against City, when he played against Liverpool, how he meticulously sets up his team against this thing. And this run of form of 4 games will not make me conclude that this is a bang average manager when you look at the injuries he has suffered. I mean, at different points this season, even Caicedo has gotten injured. I think Chris James hasn't gotten injured. What's his name? Palmer. Palmer has been in and out and stuff like that. So these are players that can win games for you. And through this injury rot, I think they would have been very pivotal. Delap too has gotten injured for a very long period of time, and even the striking option that he has, I don't know, I didn't really eat. So there are many, many things that I always say one thing that I will blame all the players, blame anything at the club, blame everything at the club before I look at Enzo Maresca, because I'm not saying that it's fully immune to any criticism. Definitely not. You are the manager of the club. I mean, when results are not happening, you are the first person that is going to be criticized. But then you look at some of these players and not Chelsea quality. But the main thing that this is a spiritual problem. Barcelona do this thing. Chelsea and Barcelona go do you. First of all, go and take medication to cure this your infection. That's the first step. And then we take it from there. So thank you very much for watching this video. Do make sure you like, subscribe, and share. And unfortunately, a sad day for Chelsea. But thank you, and I love you guys. Adika States is out. Peace out.